and lots of love, Leanne. So we are looking forward to this presentation, and Cal is going to take us through a Starchild reading with these beautiful Lemurian Starchild Oracle cards. And he's also going to do a little bit of a solstice or angelic or Pleiadian transmission.
That's right. And Leanne's watching as well on the broadcast.
Wonderful.
So she's getting you well wishes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So nice to meet everyone. And I've really been looking forward to doing this presentation. You know, I was expecting obviously to do with Leanne together, but she's making a great recovery, even though she had the most severe of aneurysms. She's still got all her coordination and speech, and she's definitely doing well. Just needs some time. For those people who know her, I'll do a bit of an introduction about us actually, because other people don't know us. So I've made this oracle together with my partner, Leanne, over the last 3 years. And it's called the Lemurian Starchild Oracle. It's connected to Lemuria and the Pleiades. And Lemuria is ancient civilization before Atlantis that was really attuned to the divine blueprints. So, you know, Leanne and I met, and it was so amazing because I had been making designs for cards with my light language. And Leanne had been making designs herself for a Lemurian deck, and mine was, you know, supposed to be Pleiadian. And we came together and we started to combine our pictures. Here in front, there's one picture of a lion and a lamb. And the light language is the part I made, and Leanne made the drawings, and they just fitted together perfectly, even though we had made some of those drawings before we met. So it was super magical. So Leanne and I went on this journey in a camper van through Europe. We had the opportunity to do it, and this is about 3 years ago almost. And you know, so many things came up, like so many deep issues in our relationship together. It was very meaningful healing. Each time we went through a difficult process, a card started to emerge. So a creative expression of what we're going through, and especially, you know, the healing that was coming in for us. And this is like the gifts, you know, that we would like to share together. This gift of healing, and this gift of being in the heart and being committed to this healing process, you know, without running away from the healing, kind of brings in all these gifts that come through. And you know, and we've, like, some of these gifts are angelic, light family, which you can see on that drawing. Some is the elders, the beautiful animal guides and star beings that are coming through. So it's like they are here to assist us, and when we are, you know, the deepest in this healing process is when all these light codes start to kind of come through, start to be downloaded. And I feel, you know, for many of you might experience that here as well, that this expansion of consciousness with the light codes, bringing up all sorts of things at the same time, all sorts of emotions, and also the insights about those emotions, about the healing path through it. So this is what I like to go into a bit deeper now. Let's first of all, let's attune to our heart together, and just imagine being on Glastonbury tour, because I know that you know, we've all been on Glastonbury tour today, either in our light body or in our physical body. For the ones who are really early bird in their physical body. But you know, just feeling the fresh air there and the presence of our light family coming into our hearts. And let's really go there. Let's go to the tour, to Glastonbury tour, and let's go into the tour as well, into all those beautiful labyrinths underneath, and into these healing chambers, because we are sending out a lot of light throughout the world through these grid lines that we're on. And we're bringing in clearing and healing for the collective, for the bigger process. So that is that heart connection, you know, just the tuning to our heart and allowing it to expand and expand, so that it starts to clear, for example, our throat as well. You know, those places where we've been a bit shy to express our own truth. But for each of us, that is what is coming through, because that is the next step, is our creative expression. And it's letting go of those self-judgments about what we are bringing into the world. It can be such a, you know, such a deep process. You know, for example, I didn't always know myself, and I was like 15 years ago, I was studying physics. I had no idea about all of this, and I was kind of wanting to figure things out through my logical mind. And I didn't have any space for the expression of my own heart, you know, for really allowing it to come through, because it's not so much forcing it, but it's allowing it. So let's attune to, in your hearts, you know, what you would like to bring forth for the new earth, because we are going to a new and into new energy. So let's deeply ask in our hearts what our path is, and perhaps, you know, if we've got any questions, we can inwardly allow those as well, because in a few moments, each of you is going to get a card from the Oracle that can give further clarification. So please think about what you would like to have an answer for in this moment. So Will's going to give a little stack to each row, and you can pass it on. Maybe you can do a little shuffle, Will, before we start. Maybe, yeah. So while we're receiving these cards, we can just like keep attuning to our hearts, and then see what comes up, because it's a beautiful process that we engage in, this healing process that's going to come from our hearts. You know, and the answers are intuitive in this. So just allow the right cards to come to you. Maybe even when you don't have the card yet, you're already getting an energy. You're already getting an intuitive word or an intuitive image coming into your heart. And this is coming through from your light family. So your light family is all the angelic beings. It's the elders, like beings from Lemuria, for example, what we tune to in the card deck. And also cosmic beings, for example, the Pleiades. And it can be ascended ones, ascended masters, like people call them as well, like Jeshua, Sananda, like Buddha. So all of these beings together are like your light family, and it's what we attune to in this presentation, in this experience. And then allowing their codes to come through and allowing their insights to come through. So the Lemurian civilization, the energy of it is still here, even though, this Edenic civilization, something else happened where it wasn't there anymore physically. The healing template of it is still in our consciousness. So we can access that. And, we might get memories of past lives in Lemuria, for example, or healing gifts from Lemuria. We might get visions of healing dragons that are around us, for example. Might get a sense of your inner child, for example, because it's, our deck is called the Lemurian Starchild, and it's this inner child that we attune to, that has all this kind of pure joy as well, and which is such a big part of our creation process, because it brings through these beautiful codes and visions, and also just, helps to let go of all the restraints and everything. So I'll say a little bit more about the deck as well before we go to individual cards. It's got 88 cards, 88 different cards with each little text that goes really deep into the healing process, and keywords and an affirmation. So the cards, you can use get a single card, or you can do a layout as well. There are different possibilities. And we've actually done readings with the deck for many people through internet broadcasts. And it was very interesting, exploring these different energies together for each person to see all the different aspects, working with different new earth children, like the Blu-ray being, the indigo child, earth angel, all these different aspects of new earth children are also in our own heart as well. And we can explore, for example, what the energy of our inner indigo child or our inner crystal child is. Or star child, or the baby dolphin, which is kind of aquatic, really Lemurian, or the Blu-ray. So work with these different energies to explore, what's the next step for you on your journey. So I believe that we've all got a card.
Yeah.
You get one for yourself?
I will do. So
all right.
I just sort of get one to choose.
All right, so who would like to play a bit and just put your hand up? What card did you get?
So I got two. I noticed that they have different borders. I wanted to know what the border colors were. Some were blue, some were like dark blue. I have a very light blue, purple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and some of them were white. I think I got it from that reading last year. That's normal for me. Most of my readings are always very collective.
Yeah.
So this is the way I accomplish it. So the City of Light, number 10, symbols Adam and the Earth around Ethan retreats the Italian light.
Yeah.
And then also with the new dawn, this makes sense. The new man, number 9, enlightenment, aspect, potential new earth.
Yeah.
So
That's a beautiful combination. So the cities of light and the new man. So the cities of light are about attuning to these Lemurian civilizations that also still exist underground, like in Mount Shasta. The new man is about the enlightened kind of masculine that is coming in now, where it's no longer about fighting, but it's about really tuning to the heart and coming from the heart. You know, and each of us is helping the new man to be born, so to speak, by tuning to the divine feminine, bringing in this nurturing energy. So that's a lovely card for you. Who else would like? Yeah, back there. Yeah.
The Arcturians?
Yeah. The Arcturians are beautiful light codes, you know. They are like sacred geometry, and they're really powerful energies that are coming in. Got a lot to do with the crop circles as well. Got a lot to do with higher frequencies coming in and integrating them as well. By just breathing these light codes in, breathing them into your heart, breathing them into your being, and feeling their joy and receiving their clearing, especially, because they can clear out dense energies very quickly.
I'm going to do something pretty cool here too, because Arcturians, like many of the star beings, have these incredible chambers of light, multi-dimensional grids of light. So while we choose Arcturian cards or any of the others that come through from the star beings, what you can do is bring in the Arcturian grid of light. And Arcturian are master healers too, as well as very technologically advanced. And they've got something called a wind pranic clearing device. The wind pranic clearing device actually just moves through the chakras, clearing out all programming, false beliefs, and judgments. So let's request that those that would like it for a moment, and at the same time, then let's bring an Arcturian healing chamber of light. All right, so we just take a deep breath and bring in a beautiful Arcturian healing chamber of light. Through our Arcturian master guides, as we connect now to the Arcturian emissaries of the line. The Arcturian star key codes ask for that ignition, and ask too for the wind pranic clearing device. Move through the chakras and nadis, carrying on every level, for healing on every level, and to deepen into the knowing of our Arcturian multi-dimensional selves. Beautiful gifts that ignite through that knowing of ourselves as Arcturians. And so it is. And so it is.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Thank you, Arita. I can see Leanne on the screen, and Sarah and Caroline. So who else would like their card, yeah? Sorry? Elven, that's right. There might be a little spelling typo there, but you've got the Elven ones, which is like a really joyful energy of wisdom and nature. And you know, we've each got these aspects, you know, as well. For example, I got a big Pleiadian aspect, on Rita as well, for example, where we connect to our cosmic heritage and, you know, all these different aspects, multi-dimensional aspects. So the Elven are coming in for you. That's really amazing. Beautiful and joyful energy there.
Just also finding balance. When I look at you energetically, It's saying, you know, it's just, you take things a little bit too seriously, and sometimes it's just about greater levels of that joy. So to just, sometimes it's the inner child, isn't it, for so many of us, just embracing that inner child, taking that time for ourselves, taking that time to walk on the beach, or be on the mountains, or be outside. So the Alban energy reminds you to just play and have fun.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Who else? Back there? Yeah?
Sacred Mountain.
Oh, yeah. So Sacred Mountain is a vision quest, okay?
Yes.
But the mountain could be the Glastonbury Tor as well. But it's like that journey, let's say, it could even be you walk up the Tor, right? And things start to come up, you know, emotions start to come up, or issues that from the past. And the land starts to teach you, starts to tell you, you know, you can let this go, it's safe now. And another door opens, you know, and that door could be like a healing chamber in the Tor, for example, that you go to in your light body. It could be a vision or a symbol, and it helps you to go to the next chapter in certain aspects of your life. So that's the Sacred Mountain, yeah. All right, how about you?
Synchronicity.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's beautiful because in Glastonbury, it's like the capital of synchronicity because you just magically keep meeting people in the right time. Yeah. So for you, that's brilliant. You know, it just says, you know, just open your mind, open your heart, even if something seems a bit odd. It's all just in the higher alignment, higher order. All right. Yeah. All the way in the back.
Yeah, the last.
Okay. Wow, that's a really deep one. The last cloak is about, you know, we've been on this journey, we've seen all these beautiful visions, you know, the answers are coming through. But then sometimes you come to a point where there's like a really deep, let's say, residue of the old paradigm, or of like an aspect of yourself that could be in kind of a conflict or resistance. And the last cloak is kind of that confrontation with that part. And it's a beautiful process, you know, it's like, because it's like that card is saying you're ready to face this last cloak and just to take it off your shoulders, because it's just kind of density that you don't need anymore. So that's a beautiful, beautiful card. That's a real blessing. Yeah. Yeah.
This is Cosmic Self, and I asked for a reason.
Cosmic Self. Yeah. So that is, you know, you're really connecting with your multidimensional aspect. So your cosmic self, you know, whatever planet or star system is from, you know, it's showing you higher vibrations, healing vibrations, cosmic accelerations and light codes. And you can't always understand it with your mind in the beginning. But it takes some time. It's like light language. It takes some time before you start to get the insight in words, because it's such a high vibration. But, you know, it will all be shown to you in the right timing. And it's just saying, just be open to the cosmic. There's nothing to fear about being cosmic, about all the different star systems, even though the movies have made it a little scary after saying this for everyone. You know, it's just so beautiful to open up to it because it's just pure love. Yeah.
And the other aspect was truth, and that was the main question for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the truth about you then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in a situation now, and it is about what I'm stating is the truth. So it was a perfect card.
Oh, yeah. Lovely. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's do two more. Back there. Yeah?
Integration.
Okay. So integration is a really lovely card. And, you know, Leanne actually picked integration this morning as well. And that is a deep, hard journey, because it's there are different aspects. You know, we've been through so much in the old paradigm, and sometimes it's just too much to process all at once. So then we get these different parts, and they're all taken care of, you know, by a light family. We've got lots of help to integrate these parts, to let them come to a place of peace, ascension, clearing, and honoring as well. So it could be childhood parts, it could be stuff from other incarnations, even from other planets. It can be lots of things, but it's kind of seeing the beauty of the process and the healing, and allowing the healing, like the gentle healing as well. It's not saying just clear everything out and be done with it. It's kind of saying there's a little process there as well, self-love, self-honoring, connecting with your inner child perhaps, and bringing in the divine feminine to facilitate that inner process. All right, well, last one. Yeah?
Syrian emissaries.
Oh, the Syrians. And the other one, travel. Oh, wow. Brilliant. So the Syrians, you know, the Syrians are all about our dreams for the new earth, and receiving the light codes. And they are saying, you know, just allow this healing to come in, and sometimes you don't need to think too much about the old paradigm, and you just need to let in the healing and the light and the creation codes for the new earth.
Sacred geometry, actually, the sacred geometry codes. So we bring in there sacred geometry, chamber of light for highest potentialities. We can all do that, and it ignites now into the original divine Ace of Blueprint, which is found within the Perineum Center. We take this breath in, breathing in love, breathing out highest potentialities as we invoke and call upon Syrian Archangelic League of the Line, bring in a multi-dimensional sacred geometry, quantum grid of life, to deepen into our original divine Ace of Blueprint. Highest potentialities, walking the path of love. And so it is.
Thank you. And travel, right? So travel's inner and outer travel. So it's also our inner journey. And it says, you know, even when we travel all over the world, you know, in those travels, you know, what matters is our inner journey with it, and receiving the energies, clearing the energies, and attuning to our hearts in each step. And that is a beautiful journey as well, because it's kind of like, you know, you can go to America, you can go to Australia, you can go to the North Pole, but what matters is, you know, the inner journey there, and you know, you're connecting these light grids, you're bringing in light, and it's giving you a beautiful blessing and healing at the same time. So that's the travel cards. So for the rest of this these moments, I'd like to really attune together to the energies. Just take you through a little journey, you know, to go deeper with your specific cards. Because you're already getting a lot of messages, but maybe there are even more messages, you know, you can go even deeper. And so just, you know, see your cards before you in your inner vision or with your eyes. and attune to your hearts. We're going to do a little bit of channeling, little channeled message with these cards. Channeling is not the most important thing, but sometimes it can be helpful to attune, to go even deeper. I am Archangel Michael. When you tune to the energies of your cards, allow your light family to inform you further, to show you even more codes, even more relaxations, more messages. Because what you are doing, what your opportunity is in this moment, is to integrate these energies, to simply allow these energies, to breathe them in. Your light family is always communicating with you, is always around you in every moment. And in this moment, we speak through this channel for a moment to illuminate this process of light. But really, these voices are always around you, in each and every moment. Even when you feel stressed, even when you're in pain, even when you're in desperation. These light codes from your family are with you. Sometimes there might be a lot of other voices as well, a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas. But when you hear the voices from the different family members of your light family, you know that something in you starts to relax. You know that something in you starts to feel safe. Something in you starts to feel held and nurtured. This part of you that can feel this, that can open up to this, is the part of you that is not conditioned by the mind. It's the part of you that is free. It's the part of you that is joyful. Allow your family of light to come closer to you now, to assist you in the recognition of your path of light that the Oracle card is also pointing to. Let them illuminate this path more. Also with codes of light, speech in tongues. Ish, ish, toi, ish, ke. Ke, ish, ish, toi. Ish, toi, ke. Ke, ish. When we speak in the language of light. There's never a competition or comparison, because each light code is coming through from the divine. It's coming through with a beautiful flow of light. It travels on these waves of sound, healing. And each one is unique. Each being here has a unique message to share, unique code of light. And this is what your card is about your unique light codes, that you are here on earth to bring through, to bring in. We would like to bring in a few Pleiadian messages of light as well. Messages from star beings in codes of light and love. They are here with you throughout the whole conference, because these star beings feel welcomed and feel that there's a space for the cosmic energies to come in. They would so much like to come in more and more, to be recognized and be received, because there's great healing from the cosmic beings. There's great love from the cosmic beings. So therefore, please allow the Pleiadian energies to descend now in this moment. You are receiving Pleiadian codes and Lemurian light codes as well. Bring back to a consciousness of divine cooperation, divine collective love and cooperation. Opening your heart to this healing template. The message for each of you, we are your family of lights, is that you are on this beautiful path of lights. Through your willingness to be on this path, You're bringing in so much light for the collective, even without saying a word. However, at the same time, you're invited to receive and allow light to flow through you for your unique divine expression. Allow this flow to come to you, allow visions, allow words to come to you that are from your heart. Perhaps you are meeting many different energies on this journey. Different impressions, different energies are coming to you. And each time the light codes bring in healing for this particular step in your process. Allow the healing to come in for where you are in this moment, for what you are going through in your life. We invite you now to make a connection with your body, with your legs, for example, at this time, to receive and integrate these light codes in your physical body. Now attune to your pelvic area to receive light codes. You can gently use your hands to bring in these light codes in different parts of your physical body. Now put your hands on your solar plex, your diaphragm, and just say, dear diaphragm, it's all right to relax now. I don't need to survive in this moment, because I simply am, simply being. allowing it to relax. Bringing in many angelic beings to bring healing, to bring great healing to this area that might have been on survival for many years. And now it's time to find the peace beyond survival that's already here. Putting your hands on your heart now as well for a moment. Allowing this portal to open, the heart portal, where all your wisdom, all the power of your heart is, all the healing. Allowing your heart to beam, to emanate through all of Glastonbury and all of the world, bringing in so much healing and compassion for all beings. Bringing in the energy of Kuan Yin to bring in the divine feminine healing for your heart and your throat. Knowing that these times are no longer times of being shut down or burned on the stake or stopped in any way. And just feeling that it is a beautiful moment to allow the energy to flow, to allow your throat to heal in this moment. Knowing that we don't need to shout to speak our truth. It comes through gently and naturally. It comes through with great honoring and compassion. It comes through with great healing. And then we tune to our higher chakras. And we just ask that anything that is ready to be cleared now may be cleared in this moment. Being taken up to the light with great compassion. So that we can continue our journey on the new earth without needing to hold on to any of the old cloaks of the old paradigm. Taking a deep breath, just allowing 1 minute of silence to integrate these energies. And I feel this, this throat healing might go on for some time because it feels like, for that will clear a bit more for some more than others. But there's a lot to heal there, and perhaps you will get, also get healing for that from other presentations as well, because that is a beautiful process of integration. And I want to thank you all so much because it's been so wonderful. Marita, I just want to say that we had a special offer on your website, and I've extended it, so it's until Monday now, where you can get the deck, but you also get audio meditations, for example, and you get other things for a very discounted price. So if you're interested, I recommend looking at the Voices of the Light Tribe websites, special offers.
Yes, voicesofthelightribe.com.
Yeah.
/Glastonbury. And you'll find all our speakers there actually. But thank you, Michael, that was very, very sweet. In fact, these drawings are quite amazing. That's what I love about this project too, that Leanne does. We've got some beautiful images there, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
So you can all keep your cards, by the way.
It's lovely. Much appreciated.
All right, thank you. So I will make space for the next speaker.
Just take a moment, actually, when we're talking of art. Great. We're going to take a minute to just have a minute break, and then we're going to go on with the next group. But while 5 minutes, for 2